Welcome to WROL Broadcast. For some reason, my voice did not record, though it recorded everyone else's voice. I downloaded this voice modulator thing and it screwed up. So this podcast will be a little weird, but I will interject where I can. With me today we have Kage Loot, Bolsey, otherwise known as the Ocean, Van Eddy, our free-to-play player, and JP from UJLA COA, I always screw that up, who is number one on the Alliance raid boards and probably hating life right now.
Yeah. 7 hours.
I don't see too many people more getting the 500 mil. By the way, was someone high when they made that 500 million mark?
I think worse. I think worse than high. I think it was stupid.
Oh my God. JP, take it away.
Oh geez, let's just say that it was a hard task work. Basically having no life and just spending all time looking for boss raids and helping everybody else with the boss raid, but not getting any sleep, basically.
Yeah, I bet not.
Feeling.
My God. I logged in for like maybe 3 minutes, got really bored, and then I decided, okay, time to do Alliance bosses because I'm not grinding for 500 mil.
And Bolsey, where are you ranked at currently?
I'm fourth, so I've got, hang on, one sec, 402. Yeah. No, so I should be able to do it, but...
It's in reach for you, yeah.
2 hours, I'd say, 2 or 3 hours. Oh, God, I feel like crying, to be honest. I just feel like crying. It's just too much.
Overall, JP, what are your thoughts on raids?
I don't know with this. If you can make some tweaks to it, I think there's some issues with the game. I think if we can probably work on tweaking a little bit to the better, maybe. So at this rate, I was having a tough time. I mean, this last few hours, I got maybe a total of 2 Dark Tree boss raids. So I really had to grind it with the level 70s and level 54 bosses just to get where I'm at. So in the future, if this we keep up like this, I don't know if I'm going to try to go for number 1 like this. Exactly.
As soon as I get to 500, I'm going to stop. It's as simple as that. I'm not going any way past that. Once it's 500, I'm done, basically. I can't do any more than that.
And Van Eddy, as our resident free-to-play player, what are your overall thoughts on raids?
Overall, it's a great concept. It's just turned into a massive grindfest. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. The rewards going up, the milestones are just ridiculously high. I mean, I've been going as hard as I can from yesterday through today. I'm at 25 million points. Bearing in mind, most of my crew are 62 to 67 G10, which puts obviously me at a huge disadvantage doing damage. But I do have probably at least 100 characters at that level. So I have Cyborg, Soups, WWE, DOJ, etc. But it just doesn't make much of a difference. Up to level 31, I can solo them. Anything after that is 2 hits. The 150 Darkseid, he just one-shots every single one of my characters. And I'm doing barely any damage to him whatsoever. So there's zero chance of any free-to-play player getting anywhere close to the end of the milestones. So for me, I think it was JP said, it needs some tweaks. And by tweaks, it just needs a major overhaul. The milestones need to be reduced by a factor of 10. I mean, bear in mind, the milestones are there for everybody to be able to complete. It's not the end of game rewards. It's not the top tier rewards. It's not first place, second place, number 1 alliance. The rewards themselves for the effort you put in are terrible. Why are we getting level 3 experience materials for 391 million points? You get level 3 gear materials? XP mats. Do you guys need them?
Nobody does them.
No. So
joke.
Over 10 times the points that I've currently got with 7 hours to go, and I get a grand total of, I think it's 100 level 3 experience mats. No, I'm not putting in 4 times the effort to get that as a reward. Even if it was feasible, which it's not, it's just a terrible reward. Constant same boss over and over again. Boring. Tying it into actually having to grind your normal grind that you do on a daily basis is, again, boring and just ill thought out. Overall, it's just. I think the last raid. I think I spoke to you. I gave it a 2 out of 10. They've had 2 months to fix a bunch of issues. The lag's still there. They removed the purple rain a little bit, but it's still 1.5, 2 seconds timer loss every time someone else is damaging a boss that you're also damaging for the Alliance boss. Yeah, just no, not impressed.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. So,
And Loot, what did you think of raids as our hardcore grinder of the group?
So, I think it's fair to say that I am a insane grinder. I'm an extremist when it comes to grinding. I actually like grinding. It's a sickness, I think. Some people on our team tells me I have issues on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So I don't mind grinding, but I don't mind grinding when I can achieve the goal that I'm grinding for. So I've been, unfortunately, I actually didn't get to play as much as I wanted to because I was at a wedding for a lot of hours over the last 2 days. But I'm still have 305 million points. I am doubting myself to being able to hit 500. I think I'll get there. That'll be out of pure determination and nonstop playing. I mean, like, I'll be taking my phone to the bathroom with me. 100%. I'll be giving my kid a bath, holding my phone. I'll be in the shower with my phone. I'll be hiring somebody, like, while I do something else to play on my phone. And I think you're right. So I like what the comments I just heard about, like, things that we can change. I think we should focus on that because the concept is good. I think they fixed a lot of the gameplay issues from last time. I was one of the unlucky people that got locked out from being able to spawn any raid boss. So the fact that I can now spawn bosses, well, that's good, except I'm spawning a majority. Maybe I get one dark side per 20 spawns. I mean, this particular run that I just did, I got, I would say, 70% level 54s, a bunch of level 70s, and one level 90. Like, how are you supposed to get to 500 million points when you're getting these low bosses? So my suggestion is, if you're going to ramp the bosses up, you need to stop spawning level 54s and now only spawn a minimum of level 90. So it's either should be all night, like a bunch of 90s, a bunch of, like, so top level, the top level Steppenwolf and both dark sides should be the only things I'm spawning on the last day.
Just to comment on that, I haven't actually had anything above a 31. I've not spawned anything above a 31 yet.
So it is based off of your milestone rank. That's how they base what you can actually spawn yourself. So if I'm at the very top of the milestone list and I'm getting close, like if you're above 100 million or 150 million points, you should start really only spawning top level bosses. At 300 million points, I should not see anything below level 90.
The other big thing they really need to do is have the bosses, the large-scale bosses, spawn earlier. To have them just be the last 12 hours just makes it a mindless grind fest right at the very end.
Yeah, they waited way too long.
It did seem a bit pointless yesterday. It did seem very pointless for quite a few hours, especially yesterday afternoon UK time. I was getting really frustrated. You probably could tell on the chat that we were having. We were trying to coordinate, and it just didn't seem to be any point because the bosses were so weak. Why it didn't ramp up earlier, I've no idea, to be honest.
One thing they could do is when you're doing an alliance boss or even a shared boss, make it so only one person can attack at a time. Because if 2 or 3 of you go for the same boss, you've just wasted 1, 2, 3 energy, whichever you choose to use. Because by the time you load in, you could have somebody, say I was in Court of Hours, you could have someone like Luke go in, destroy the boss in 2 hits. I've done no damage. Yeah, I get the points for the kill, but I've just wasted those energy points. Say I could have used 1 energy instead of 3 energy if I wanted to just go in and get the 3 points. 1 energy, not 3 energy.
Yeah, one thing I did notice, and Bullseye and I figured this out kind of the hard way. We were trying to make it so that we were trying to see, well, if 2 of us attack the boss and we kill the boss, does it give us double the points? Like, do I get 50,000 and Bullseye gets 50,000? So we thought maybe that worked like that, but then we tested it, and the Alliance boss is only worth 50,000 once for one boss.
The Alliance boss, yeah. We felt stupid, didn't we, Lou?
We tried. We were like, oh, let's just all attack them. We'll get like triple the points. No, it didn't work. Oh no, I totally agree with you. We just wanted to see if it was built that way. But 500 million seems really excessive for your personal score.
You about having the high bosses showing up right away to be able to grind on the first day.
Yeah, I would much rather play at my own pace, get all the high-level bosses taken care of in the first 2 days, and on the last day do whatever I can to help my alliance. I'd rather much do that.
And the alliance rewards really are terrible.
It's not that much.
Like 5,000 gems, big deal.
And for those of you wondering how the Court of Owls won the first place alliance, assuming we win anyway, it's only a few hours away, Loot has a video showing our method to our madness, which, Loot, do you want me to share that video? Because that shows how much of a madman you are.
Which video? Oh, yeah, sure, go for it. The one where I got really pissed off.
Oh, jeez.
I got really, really angry and just was like, screw this, I'm spending a fortune. Okay.
Yeah.
JP, make sure you go back and watch the YouTube version. And for those of you listening, scroll to this part of the podcast and watch the video. Actually, I'll put it right at the front. It'll entertain you greatly.
We're going to look at that.
It was fun.
The other thing that greatly disappointed me was Darkseid. He just, I don't know, he's just a tank and spade. He punched hard. His Omega Beams were kind of lame. They looked kind of cool, but they were kind of dumb. And then, he just stood there.
They are very weak, aren't they?
Yeah,
really weak.
the animations are
Mega
so
Effects.
cool.
They'd agree on the animations. That's it.
I wish they would have used the I-beams, the Omega Beams, to go out in space and then come back down and then be the end timer that would kill everybody.
Oh, like a nuclear weapon?
That'd be a great way to run down the timer even more.
Oh, like an instant wipe is the end of the timer. I love that idea.
That's a good idea.
They
What do
did
we
that
think
in
about
Ion.
these debuffs? The fact that you can actually debuff him now, but at level, I think it's 27 or 31 and above, he just purges the debuffs.
Yeah, I thought that was really lame. It's more the same. It was
They
more...
didn't, for 2 months, I don't see what they did in the last 2 months. This is not 2 months worth of work.
Yeah, well, it still crashes though, doesn't it? I mean, mine crashes every 5 minutes. It crashes, but on the menu, which is really weird. I don't know if anyone else has had this, but I think
happened to me too.
the dismiss all button. I think that causes issues.
I've just checked my rank as well. As I said, I'm free to play. I'm up to 27,000 points. 27 million points. I'm at rank 687, and that's
It's pretty surprising that you're that high as a free-to-play with really not that terribly many points. I don't think hardly anyone's going to hit that 500 million.
to me it is to be up that high with, like we say, 6.5, 7 hours to go. I'm only a G10 player. Like you've seen my roster numerous times. The highest I've got is like a 67 and 68 on the meta characters, and I'm barely over 5% of the total for the milestones. And I'm at 687. That means the top 1,000 barely going to reach 10% of the milestones for the top 1,000 players in the world. Wow.
Well, I'm not even halfway, and I'm ranked 31. So I don't think I can make it to top 10 or to 500 million. So I only see a handful of the top 10 making it.
That
Damn.
sounds really imbalanced, doesn't it? Really imbalanced.
I'm just
That
right
is
at 200.
Wait. You're not even halfway and you're ranked 31? I think that says it all. I mean, right there it's ridiculous. I think I'm ranked 9, and I'm at 300 million. And that's not even the top rewards. These are just your personal milestones.
And for all
This
of
is
that
like
grind,
your
you get
personal
5
stuff.
rebirth.
I think the beta was it, even though it was broken for me. The tiering that they did in the beta was better than this.
I had more points in the beta than I did on this one. I think at the beta I finished just below 40 million points because I didn't get the 40 soup shards. So I think that was at like 42 million points you got for that, and I just missed it.
So one of the things I think we should discuss, I just want to make sure that the developers and Warner Brothers hear this comment. What do you guys think about those sales?
They're
Right?
Sweet. They were sweet.
They were very good. Very, very good.
They seem very good. What I saw in the chat, I did actually use the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 gem ones to buy the.
Oh, so he's no longer free to play.
No,
Save.
save gems. Save gems. I had 20,000 gems saved, and I'm down to about 10,000 now. I used them trying soup shards, which I managed to get the few extras I needed, so they were good.
So I bought all of the gem packs. I think so did Hatemael. You did too, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And I know Ballsy did too, right?
Well, I tried not to, but then the rebirth token crystal dropped, and I was like, well, I have no choice now. I have to, so I did. Just closed my eyes and pressed the button, and that was it, really.
And you
So I
went to,
think that was the best sale they've ever done in the game. I love that it scaled up. I love that after I spent less than $100, I had 109,000 gems. That was awesome. I mean, then I spent them all and gave them all back to get those rebirth tokens. But come on, do that for us all the time. I loved it.
It was a sweet deal. It was very sweet.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could spend $80 and literally get 90 to 100,000 gems, whatever it was. That's amazing. I made a comment in the chat, and I was serious. I was like, why did it have to stop?
Well, that's typical loot, though, isn't it?
It's like, what? I was like, come on. You're stopping at the $50 mark?
yep.
Yeah.
Man, I was all in. I was ready. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, you snuck off into the bathroom and we were like, I'm going to buy it all.
I did. I snuck off to the bathroom, and I was like, buy.
I'm just glad, though, that they didn't reappear yesterday. I know, hey, you were quite miffed about that, but I'm glad it wasn't tempted again with another, was it £100, whatever it was?
Man,
Yeah, I was a
it
little
would have sold his
disappointed.
whole house to get those sales, man. If it kept going up.
So JP, you got to tell us about that sexy Rebirth 5 Black Adam. Have you gotten to take him on a spin yet?
I tested him out 1 or 2 times. I mean, he looked awesome. Pretty much what I've been using him for.
Here's the thing. There's been no time to actually do your alliance missions or PvP because we're all busy grinding raids.
But I never had a chance to play out.
Yeah, I mean, what was the point in making it a whole weekend-long fest and then on a new character debut, too? Yeah, because
I didn't mind it so much being on the same weekend because you could speed force obviously after the first run through, even though you speed force the nodes, they still can generate a boss as well as having
that's the thing, though.
The different events today. You can generate a boss from that as well. So it's still monotonous, but it does break up the monotony a little bit by instead of just doing heroic speed force, you can do something else.
I hear you, but the thing is, the pop-ups popping up at you, it gets really old.
True. I was just trying to be positive for a change.
I'm forever forgetting that. Forever. It's so annoying.
Eddie, this is like the first time I've seen you, heard you being positive. Most of the time it's always something else.
And
So
I got
I'm really
shut down
surprised.
for it, so it's not going to happen again.
This is the first time I'm negative. Wow. Do we want to talk about anything else?
The only other thing I want to mention is Court of Owls, #1, UJLA, second place.
Oh boy.
Shots fired. You know what? Batman started this. Batman started this. He's like,
so up the solo part. So here, I'll take that.
Wait. What happened? My kid was talking. What did Batman do?
no, he started this whole like shots fired thing.
Oh yeah, that's why I got annoyed.
Oh, that was from Adam. God.
So as soon as I saw him do that, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to let you take the Raid Alliance war. It's not happening.
Honestly, next go around, I don't think you guys are going to have us as competition because the rewards really aren't worth it.
Yeah, I think usually the Owls were pretty, even though we like to wail hard and stuff, when it comes to like doing things for a reason, it's got to be worth it or it just doesn't make sense. Like the raid reward is a joke. The only reason I'm doing it is because of the shots fired. And I don't even need to do it again. Like, you just literally have to have dedicated people just attacking the boss.
All right, guys, we're going to have to wrap this up. Thank you, Bolzy, Luke, Kage for being on, JP. We appreciate you making an appearance. Congratulations on being the top player, if that holds, which I'm assuming it will based on your massive lead. And thank you, Eddy, as our free-to-play player representing. I'm going to try to have one of those on as many episodes as possible. And we will have our meta reports for Ares, Steppenwolf, and Mr. Miracle coming very soon, but obviously they were delayed because of raids. All right, everybody. Thank you. Take care.
All right, guys. See ya.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks.
And Bolzy.
Cheers.
It was really nice to meet you guys.
Yeah,
Yes.
you too, mate.
Pleasure to hear you. Pleasure to hear from you.
Bye all. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Hey everyone, it's Tootytron. Thank you for listening to the WROL Broadcasts. If you like the show, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/WROL Broadcasts. Me and Hank gotta go, because Kage asked us for some dating tips. See you next time.